Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. We have a lot of news coming up over the next couple of weeks. In my personal opinion, I think we have a lot of bullish momentum coming. Now, yes, we do have the tariff announcement coming tomorrow that could add a lot of volatility in the markets. However, if we take a step back and look at the bigger picture, there's a lot of meetings taking place regarding blockchain and crypto assets. We have Blackrock meeting with the SEC task force to discuss crypto. We have Chainlink meeting with the SEC task force as well. They have met multiple times to discuss the future of crypto and tokenization of assets. We also have a deadline coming up April 6th for them to report assets held by the digital asset stockpile to show how much the government is holding of Bitcoin and other assets, whether they are holding XRP, Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Solana that Donald Trump mentioned being in the digital asset stockpile. And so we currently have Bitcoin trading around $85,000 right now. We can see we do have the bigger picture here. We can see this is the longer time frame, and we can see the support line right here. As long as we stay above this support right here, I am still bullish on Bitcoin. Now we do have this resistance here that we bounced right off of around $110,000. Now if you're interested in trading on a new platform, there's a link underneath the video to BTCC. They do have a 10% bonus on first time deposits going on right now, and so definitely make sure to check that out. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the news here. As I mentioned, April 6th is the date to be keeping an eye on here. Based on the news that was released on March 6th by Donald Trump mentioning a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the United States digital asset stockpile. And so, we can see here, it is the policy of the United States to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. It is further the policy of the United States to establish a United States digital asset stockpile that can serve as a secure account for orderly and strategic management of the United States' other digital asset holdings. And so we will find out more about that once it has been reported to the Secretary of the Treasury. And so let's go ahead and take a look at this. As I mentioned, Blackrock has been meeting with the Crypto Task Force on April 1st here. Crypto Task Force staff has met with representatives from BlackRock to discuss crypto. And so BlackRock is still getting more and more involved in crypto assets. We also have Securitize that has met with the Crypto Task Force as well. On March 31st, they met to discuss many different topics here. If we scroll down, we can see they were talking about distinctions among types of digital assets, including tokenized security that are not bearer assets and crypto assets that are bearer in nature and may or may not be securities. They're also talking about criteria and standards for tokenized securities and digital assets. They're looking at digital transfer agents and security tokenization agents. We have custody and use of stablecoins, and then the tokenization of NMS stocks. And so there's a lot of discussions taking place with the SEC. Now, if I take a look at Securitize here, Securitize announced a $47 million strategic funding round led by BlackRock. This was back in May 1st of 2024. And so, BlackRock is working very closely with Securitize. We also know that Ondo is working with Securitize in utilizing the BUIDL fund from BlackRock. And so that's something to be paying attention to. Tokenized assets are going to become massive. Right, we're going to see tokenized treasuries. We are going to see tokenized stocks. There's going to be tokenized real estate. There's so much tokenization that could take place, right? We're talking trillions and trillions of dollars. And so we can see this is going to continue to grow here. We are seeing Securitize here at the top up 204% in the last 30 days. And so Securitize is continuing to grow. We're seeing BlackRock work closely with Securitize. We also have Chainlink that has been meeting with the SEC. And so on March 24th, they met with the SEC to discuss multiple topics here. And so we can see here a few of the different items that was discussed with the SEC and Chainlink. Now the one I want to focus on here is at the bottom. Discussion of securities, record-keeping requirements, and how transfer agency regulations for on-chain records and lifestyle management can be modernized for emerging tokenized security markets. And so this is massive here, and this is what Chainlink is focusing on. And so they met with them back on March 24th, and they also just met with them again here on March 28th. And so Chainlink has now met with the SEC Crypto Task Force twice in the last week. And so they discuss more topics here, talking about tokenization of assets. So as I mentioned, this is going to be massive. We're continuing to see more and more growth in tokenization of assets. Larry Fink from Blackrock has mentioned that tokenization is the next step. He's just waiting for the full green light and go ahead, right? We just got approval for banks to start utilizing crypto. We're seeing a lot of things take place here. However, a lot of people are looking nearsighted. Let's look at the big picture here and look at all the meetings that are taking place. A lot of this is extremely positive. If we take a look back in November of 2024 here, we can see that Swift, UBS, Asset Management, and Chainlink have successfully completed innovative pilot to bridge tokenized assets with existing payment systems. And so we are talking Swift, who processes trillions and trillions of transactions every single year. And so Chainlink did a pilot working with Swift and UBS Asset Management. And so this just shows how integrated crypto assets are going to be in the traditional system today, right? We're going to see a conversion over to this. We're going to see utility and adoption. Now, I'm not saying it is going to happen overnight. However, we are seeing a lot of progress take place. And a lot of this has been happening behind the scenes for many years. And so we have seen a shift over the last couple of months. All right, we're seeing a lot more people talk about crypto assets. We're seeing regulation being discussed, and I think this is very positive. And so if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe for future videos. Also, make sure to check out that link underneath the video to BTCC if you're interested in that 10% bonus. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next video.